beautiful Taylor guitar, and I'm just kind of thinking about the lives that we had yesterday. And there were a couple questions that came up that at that time I just drew a blank and couldn't really answer it. And rightfully so, there's so much history behind it. But the main question that I wanted to cover was the LG3 guitar that was brought up, that was made by Gibson. And so I went back and took a look in the vintage guitar book that is put out by George Gruen. And you can get that book on Amazon, by the way, and you can also get it on Kindle. I just happened to have the book because when I went to visit him, he gave me one when I was at his store, and it's quite a prize to have because he signed it. It's something that I treasure, but in addition to that, I have here a book that was given to me by John Thomas, and he wrote a book called Kalamazoo Gals. And this is all about the guitars that were made during the war by women, where women had to step up to the plate, keep the factory running. And they made a number of guitars. I guess, according to this book, it's like 24,000 guitars that they made during the war period. And they have historical documents showing that. And some of those guitars are the LG series, the LG 1s and 2s, and some of the 3s. And he actually has photographs in there. The wonderful thing about those guitars is they have that banner. And the banner guitar, my goodness, if you can get a hold of one of those and have one in your collection, again, you have something that's really, really neat. Because the banners, the guitars that were made by those women, they were the only ones that had, until now, I guess they're making some after the fact, but they had that banner that said only a Gibson is good enough. And so, yeah, so the L1s and the L2s are small body guitars. A lot of them had laminated maple back and sides. Some of them had mahogany tops. They were anywhere from 13.5 inches to, I guess, to 15 inches in terms of the size of the guitar, from what I understand. In fact, I was looking at the George Gruen book here, and he had a whole section on the L3 flat tops, and they were like 14 inches wide on the bout. They were mahogany back and sides, and they were at a 24 3/4 scale, and so they were sort of a short scale, and again had only a Gibson good enough peg head banner. And it gives information about the adjustable saddle and the belly bridge. And I guess eventually the LG3s were taken out of production, and in its place were the B series guitars. That's what I heard anyways. But I thought that was pretty neat. But then I got to thinking, well, that LG, because when somebody said LG, somehow I have an LG refrigerator. And the LG on the refrigerator is life's good. That's what the LG stands for with LG, the electronics LG. But for Gibson, what does that LG stand for? And I guess evidently it's one of those things that it's unknown. And in fact, I found an article about how they're trying to settle a bet. This was, probably about 13 years ago now that this happened, but they wanted to settle a bet. What does the LG mean? Is it the little guitar or the learner guitar? So I don't know if there's an answer to it, but I just thought that was really interesting regarding the LG. So if you're interested in Gibson history, check this out. I mean, this is an awesome book, Kalamazoo Gals, by John Thomas. You can get it on Amazon. And then also, for reference, there's no better reference than George Gruen's vintage book. And again, you can get those on Amazon. So I'm going to leave that there. And today I wanted to talk to you about the BADD chord. Yeah, there's a chord that I call the BADD chord. That's not really what it is. It's actually a BADD, which is bad, 9, BADD 9. It's just a good way to remember the BADD chord. And I'd like to share that chord with you, and not only share that chord with you, but some other chords that really go nicely with it. And I have here my 12-string Taylor. I'm not sure how this is going to work out using it to teach you chords. You can let me know what you think. It's a little more chorusy because it's got 12 strings, but I was playing around with this, so I thought, oh, I'll just use this one to show you the BADD chord, okay? So let's get started on the BADD chord. And there we at here. Okay, so let's start with the BADD chord, the BADD 9, okay? That is the chord. I'm going to put the chart up there. It's found at the 7th fret. And so, okay, so go to your 7th fret on the 2nd string, in this case, 2nd set of strings. Take your first finger and put it on that 7th fret, 7th fret, 2nd string, okay? There it is right there. It sounds really neat. Let me turn it up a little bit here. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now the next one's going to be on the 3rd string, and it's going to be your middle finger, and you're going to put it on the 8th fret. Okay, there it is. And then your ring finger is going to go on the 4th string, and it's going to go on the 9th fret. Okay, so you have, that's what you have. Now you know, if you take your pointer finger and you roll it over, you're making an F shape. That's actually, that chord is a B. So we have to add 9 to B, okay? So here's B. How do you do the B add, or the BADD? The B add 9, okay? Just take your pinky finger, and at the 9th fret, just on the 1st string, just add the 9. Okay, so it sounds like this. Okay, it's a little bit chimey there. I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so you can use your pick, or if you want to pluck it out, you can do that as well. And what I'm using, my thumb on the 4th string, fingers 1, 2, and 3 on 3, 2, and 1 string. That's BADD 9, and it goes really nicely with B. Obviously, this is B. Okay, so there's B, BADD 9. Okay, so now, what goes good with BADD 9? Well, obviously B, but also E. And in this case, I'm going to do an E7th, okay? And I'm going to do it at the 5th fret. And an easy way to remember to make the E7th chord is make your C shape up here, slide it all the way up to the 5th fret. You can see the chord chart there. But then take your pinky finger and on the 3rd string, 7th fret, lay it down, okay? Okay, there we go. All right, so there is the E7th. Same as up there. Okay, and then, so we've got these chords now. B, there's the E7. And what's really neat about that E7th, if you back up 1 fret, slide it around a little bit, it just has a really neat sound. Okay, I won't show you what I just did there. I was just testing something out, okay? Hold off on that one. Okay, so here we go. Let's stay simple. Okay, now let's do something that's called the E9. Okay, and we're going to stay up there with the 7th fret. Actually, what we're going to do first here, let's see, how can we do this one easy? Well, let's go to the 4th string and take your pointer finger, and at the 6th fret, just lay that down, okay? And then I want you to take your middle finger, and on the 7th fret, 5th string, I want you to lay that down. And on the 3rd string, 7th fret, put your ring finger, and on the 2nd string, 7th fret. There we have it. See that? I'm going to bring it up here so you can see it. It's not an awkward chord once you lay it down, okay? If you're not used to it, it's a really great jazz chord. It's called E9, okay? Now, keep in mind, if you slide that down 2 frets, you have D9. Slide it down 2 frets, C9. We're doing E9, okay? All right, so here it is right there, and there's the chord chart for it. See that okay? And really, it's like a upside down D for the first part here. Then you just lay down your pinky finger. Okay, there it is. Okay. So practice those. Here's how they sound. Okay, isn't that good so far? B, B9, add 9. D, E7th. E9. Okay? All right, now, here's where we're going to go to the E. Now, you could come down here with that and go back to the B. You could do that. I think we probably should add in there, let's see, the F-sharp 7. And I'll show you that in just a minute. Okay, I'm going to get you confused here. I need to slow it down. All right, here we go. Okay, so far at the 7th fret, we got the B chord that we're starting out with. We're going to B, add 9, our bad chord. Then we're going to go to E7th, and then we're going to go to E9, and then we're going to go to E. But I think we should do the E up here. It's the E5, the power chord E. Okay, because it'll be easier to go to the next chord. Okay, so we got E, that's the E5, and that is a power chord. Okay, so let me show you how to do the E5. Now, the E5 power chord I've showed you several times. So if you want more information, look at some of my videos. There's probably about 250 videos out there now. I've been doing this since February, so they're growing. And take a look back there, and you'll see it says power chords. In fact, I think you can search out the term power chord, and it should come up, and you'll find a lot of information on these different power chords. But for now, to lay this down, you're going to go to the 7th fret, 5th string. Okay, so there you go. Put your first finger. And on the 4th string and 9th fret, put your middle finger. And on the 3rd string, 7th fret, put your ring finger. And that's the, you play those 3 notes, those 3 strings. I mean, if you play them all, it's not going to hurt it. In fact, this is an E here, so if you're playing an E, you might as well pick it up. You could play the whole thing, really. I tend, because I'm working with a 12 string, I tend to try to stay in like 2 or 3 string sections at a time, so it doesn't get chimey on me. Okay, so here we go. We've got this so far. Okay, so what did I do just there? Well, remember this E7th that we did here? If you move up 2 frets, that's F-sharp 7th. So that's the chord I want you to do. Okay? So it goes from E5 to F-sharp 7. Okay? Okay, so I hope that works for you. And so let's put it all together. Here we go. there we have it, the BADD chord. It's a fun chord. Now tomorrow I'm going to put out another one. I'm going to show you the MAD chord. Did you know you could do a B MAD chord? So we're going to do the MAD chord tomorrow, but for today you got the BADD chord. So I hope that helps you remember it, and I hope you have a great day. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. But have a great day out there, or night, wherever you are in this world.